This is your Barbados Today Morning News Update for Friday, December 27. I'm Sandy Dean. Early in the new year, Barbadians will get an update on government's plans to take forward the economy. That's the word from Prime Minister Mottley, who maintains that while the country has made good progress, there's much more to accomplish to ensure that every Barbadian benefits.
I'm going to address the country early in the new year and hope to be able to set out what we expect 2020 to be like and to give fuller context to the various projects, both economic and social, that will be coming before explain to the country what we have, but also what we're expecting of each other. Because in this journey, as I said, everyone has to play their part.
Regional carrier LIAT has resumed direct flights between the British Virgin Islands and Barbados. According to the airline, the non-stop flights are scheduled 3 times per week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The BVI Premier had announced the move in the House of Assembly last month. In other news this Friday, while authorities attempt to address a crisis of low birth rates affecting the island, midwives at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital say the sharp reduction in the number of women giving birth has delivered some benefits. Nursing officer at the obstetrics department, Lauren Treble, explained that the decline has allowed the department to significantly improve the quality of service extended to pregnant women and their newborn babies.
Because it's down, it's not such a mad rush every day, so we can give extra special care. I mean, even on the labour ward, we now actually deliver in the rooms rather than the first stage, and then the women can have more one-on-one. So we find that much more rewarding as a midwife to actually spend more time with the patient. And usually now, the patient that looks after the lady in labour is the one that delivers her, which is so much nicer than it used to be. And then not only that, we still do our promoting breastfeeding. The midwife that delivers the lady will actually do the golden hour. We do skin to skin, and if the mother is not able to do skin to skin, then the daddy does the skin to skin. So it's a lot more of a wonderful experience for the mums. We do deferred cord clamping. We encourage the fathers to actually cut the cord now as well. We try and get the baby to the breast within the first 15 minutes because you know that we are baby friendly, and we're trying to promote that and keep that going as best as we possibly can. So the low birth rate might be a problem to the country in the long term, but it's a pleasure to the midwife.
Kwanzaa Celebrations got off to a good start yesterday in the St. James community of Hinesville. The Hinesville Youth Group led a colorful parade through the community just before officials addressed the gathering. Kwanzaa is a celebration of African cultural heritage and traditional values. General Secretary of the Caribbean Movement for Peace and Integration, David Denny, says this year's celebration is special.
We are dedicating the opening of Kwanzaa 2019 to the children of Haiti, as well as we are in solidarity with all of the Pan-Africanists across the globe that are celebrating Kwanzaa, the Kwanzaa celebration from today, and who also stand behind the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and we are also going to be honoring the President of Venezuela during this Kwanzaa period for his contribution in terms of defending the Venezuelan people, and also for defending the position that our region remain a region of peace, and therefore we want to make sure that our Kwanzaa celebration throughout the 7 days stands in solidarity with all of the Pan-Africanist struggles in terms of defending us and also demanding reparation for the African people.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, starting from January, Jamaican health authorities will be releasing 1 million sterile mosquitoes per week as part of a pilot project to combat mosquito-borne diseases. We get the details from Television Jamaica.
With ongoing vector-borne diseases such as chickpea in 2013, Zika in 2016, and now an outbreak of the dengue virus affecting Jamaica, the National Insectual Lab in the Ministry of Health has embarked on a new research project to reduce the mosquito population. This is a use of the sterilized insect technique. With this approach, 1 million sterilized male mosquitoes will be released.
It is projected under the project, under the piloting of the sterile insect technique, that we will be releasing over 500,000 male mosquitoes per week. So you can appreciate we have to get into a factory type setting where we are producing these mosquitoes.
Medical entomologist who is in charge of the vector control program in the Ministry of Health, Shireen Huntley-Jones, is reassuring persons that this method is safe. She says the research program will be releasing only male mosquitoes which do not cause diseases.
We have the sterilization of males that are released into the population to mate with females of the wild. The mating of a sterile male with a wild female does not produce an offspring. And so with enough release over time, the expectation is that there is a reduction in the population.
On the international scene, Indians took to the streets again on Thursday in yet more protests against a citizenship law. The violent demonstrations have resulted in at least 27 deaths. More from Reuters Television.
India has been convulsed by unrest after the government passed a new law that many see as discriminatory against Muslims, who make up 14% of the population. Thousands have taken to the streets across India to demand the government rescind the Citizenship Amendment Act, which gives minorities who migrated from 3 neighboring countries a path to citizenship, except for Muslims. Critics say it's an attack on India's secular foundations. Protests reached a violent crescendo on December 20th, when 5 Muslim men were killed as demonstrations flared in the northern Indian city of Meerut. The families of the 5 dead men say they were shot and killed by police. Reuters could not independently verify those accounts, and none of the more than 20 individuals Reuters interviewed saw police open fire. Police say they used baton charges and tear gas and opened fire to control the crowd, but did not kill anyone.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. Have a great day.